to you by Kellogg's Cereals. The best to you each morning from Kellogg's of Battle Creek. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, already hard at work at his new CBS show, which starts in September, the brilliantly talented Steve Lawrence.
Thank you. And on my left, a lovely young lady who tomorrow starts rehearsals for a brand new show called Mrs. Dally Has a Lover. Actually, it should be Everybody Loves Her. Miss Arlene Francis.
And now, the spirit of '76, without the trombones, our own Yankee Doodle dandy, Bennett Cerf.
And here is our imperturbable impresario, John Glitch Daly.
Glitch?
John Glitch.
Good evening. Welcome to What's My Line. Steve, it's very nice to see you in that place
Thank
again.
you. Nice to see you.
You look fresh and rested. I hope you're all fresh and rested because we've got some interesting little games to play with you for the next half hour. We'll also have a famous mystery guest before our panel a little bit later in the program, and we'll meet our first challenger after. And now let's meet our first contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? Becky Blood. Right, ma'am? All right. Is it Miss or Mrs. Blood?
Miss.
Miss Blood. And where are you from?
South China, Maine.
South China, Maine.
Yes.
Is that in the lower part of Maine, down near Portland, or?
No, it's 12 miles east of Augusta.
Of Augusta. Oh, well, it's very nice to have you with us. Miss Blood, may I present the panel? And now would you join me over here, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Blood is self-employed and deals in a service. At the same time, we will admit that a product has a good deal to do with the service at the same time. And we'll begin the general questioning with glitch. No, I should explain for those who weren't listening last week that a glitch is a term used down at Cape Kennedy by the Air Force when they're launching or in the process of launching a rocket. And it means something's gone wrong and you can't figure out what it is, so you call it a glitch. That's one of Bennett's family names. Now, Bennett, you start things off.
All right. Becky Blood. You're the loveliest Becky since Becky's shop, Miss Blood.
Thank you.
Miss Blood, you're from Maine.
Yes.
Maine makes me think of lobsters and steamed clams. Have you got anything to do with the sea or seafood, whatever?
No.
That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Miss Blood, I would like to discuss this product, if you wouldn't mind, before we get around to your services. Is it a product that I might use?
No, I wouldn't say you'd use the product. No, that's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Lawrence.
Well, that was fast, John.
Miss Hemoglobin, Miss Blood, would I ever use your services?
Yes.
You might, under the proper circumstances, you know, all other things being equal, if you had a need for the service which is purveyed and were in the proper locality, etc., yes, you could use it.
Okay. Would I use your services indoors as opposed to outdoors?
No.
No, I wouldn't think so. That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
May I ask, Miss Blood, would it help us to decide what you do if we decide what product it is you're involved with?
Yes.
Is it a product that has anything about it that is nerve-wracking?
No.
No, I wouldn't think so. That's 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Blood, is this product in any shape or form ever consumed?
Small country.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Is this product, or has it ever been alive? John, you know when something's alive or not.
Oh, yeah, we know when something's alive or not.
I don't think I'd care to eat it, though.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's sometimes alive?
Well, your question, is it or has it ever been the product? And we were agreeing that in sometimes we would agree that an element involved here was at some time alive.
When it was alive, was this a 4-legged animal?
Sometimes.
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 Was it sometimes a farm animal?
Yes.
Was it sometimes in the pig family?
Yes.
Was it? Have you got anything to do with sausages or bologna?
And to think I'm going to hold my tongue because it's a national holiday and say, well, you're full of baloney, but I wasn't going to say that. All right, 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Now, Miss Blood, as I recall, you were very definite that I would not use this product, right? And yet you thought that Steve might, under the proper circumstances.
The service.
He might use the service.
Right.
Well, are you implying, John, and this is just a question to clear up confusion, that you can use the product without using the service? Or
No, the
vice
question
versa?
was you asked if you'd use the product, and we said, no, you would not use the product. Steve asked if he would use the service, and we said, yes, he could, under the proper circumstances, use the service.
In other words, may I assume that Miss Blood uses the product in order to perform the service for other people?
Yes.
Well, could I use the service without getting anywhere near the product?
Could
If
you
she
use
thinks
the
that would be
service
so-
without getting anywhere near the product?
Well, I mean without using it myself.
Well, without using it yourself, yes.
Would I see it in operation?
The product or the service?
Would I see the product?
Would you see the product? Yeah, we'd agree you'd see the product, wouldn't we? Mm-hmm.
I thought I was being pretty daring asking that. I thought you were leading me astray. All right, I would see her doing something to the product.
You
which
could.
has been or might be sometimes partly pig.
I think you're on the right track, Dorothy.
I wish I knew where it was. Well, then, is the part that may have been pig, or that is some sort of a 4-legged animal, is that the skin part of the pig rather than the insides?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's going to be a sometimes
Product.
I didn't hear the answer.
Sometimes,
Oh, sometimes.
yeah.
It is the skin of the pig that is connected with the jawbone or something. Now, is there any metal or wood or plastic in this product?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, let's take the occasions on which there is a pig product involved. Is this sometimes associated with metal?
Is the pig sometimes associated with
No,
metal?
the product of the pig.
The product of the pig,
The
is
sometimes product.
Is the product of the pig sometimes associated with metal in the product which we're talking about involved with the service which Miss Blood performed?
That's right.
I don't know the answer. 6 down and 4 to go. Mr. Lawrence.
Could you repeat that, Dorothy? Could I just for the moment get to the service end of things?
Mm-hmm.
In the service end of things, that you have evidently something to do with the pig.
Poor pig.
Yeah, this poor pig is getting some workout tonight. Do you have anything to do with caring for or feeding of the animal?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
I hope you'll forgive me for asking this, but do you have anything to do with refuse? Things that are garbage-like?
Yes.
Oh, you got it.
You have something to do with garbage, as unlikely a thing as I can imagine looking at you.
Garbage collector.
If you collect garbage, can you do that can you do that and not be employed by somebody? Are you a self-employed garbage collector?
Yes.
Right. Now, this is even a better tale than appears on the surface, because Miss Blood has just graduated from high school, and she
I didn't
started...
know they taught that.
No, they...
I majored in that for a while.
But she started her own business and has earned substantially the money with which she will begin attending college. She's going to Gorham State Teachers College, right, next
Well,
year.
how can anybody refuse her?
I was going to say, Bennett, it would be an absolute waste. But I think we've gone far enough.
Well, I think
That's translating it right to the litter.
I think things have gone far enough. We're sorry. I apologize for what's been happening most recently, Miss Blood, but we do thank you for being our guest. It's lovely to have you on What's My Line. Wow. Talk about celebrating the 4th of July.
You heard the song I sang for the Garbage Man's National Song. 'Twas on the Isle of Debris that I met her.
I have a terrible decision to make right now, whether to go on with the show or just quit. Let's see what we can do with another contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? Joe Portudu, right, sir?
That's right.
All right, Mr. Portudu, where are you from?
Danville, Illinois.
Danville, Illinois. Nice to have you with us. And you have a lot of friends from Illinois here with you. You've said hello to the panel. Now will you join me over here, and we'll let the audience at home and the audience in the theater know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Mr. Portudu is salaried and deals in a product, and we'll begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Well, I'm going to get on that product again, if you don't mind. Could I use it, Mr. Portudu?
Yes.
If I used it, would I be able to pick it up without assistance?
Sometimes,
Oh, it comes in various sizes and weights?
yes.
That's nice. Would I have it in the house if I had one of these?
No.
With your permission, I'll qualify the no, that we might agree that under some circumstances it would be in the house. What Mr. Portudu has suggested, however, is right, that you more likely would find it outside of the house.
Uh-huh. Is this anything that could take me or anybody else anywhere?
No.
We hope not. 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Portudu, could I use your product?
Yes.
I take it by Dorothy's question that this is pretty much a stationary type product that does not move around. I mean,
No.
it doesn't
No.
have legs. It couldn't
No.
get up and walk away someplace, or
It
or
couldn't-
wheels or something.
It couldn't get up and
By
walk
itself.
away?
In other words, if no one was doing anything, like if you didn't turn a key, as in an automobile, if it just stood there, it couldn't move by itself.
And nobody had done anything to it, didn't turn a key or
Yes.
turn, and that
If it was just
wouldn't
standing
move
there, it
of its
wouldn't-
own volition without
Yes.
an action overt by somebody else performed
Gotta get a no.
by
Yes.
his, so forth, right?
I believe that's what I meant, yes.
On that basis, we'll let him get away with it, all right?
Yes.
Good
Yes?
show.
Is this something then that can transport something or someone from one place to another?
I wouldn't think
No,
so.
I don't
No.
think we could describe it as transporting. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
I found your answer so confusing, John, that I don't know how to start questioning.
Oh.
No offense, because I love every answer you give. But I didn't understand whether you meant it would not move without assistance or it would move without
Well, what we
assistance.
agreed is that just by itself, with no action by anybody of any kind
It wouldn't
whatsoever, it wouldn't get up and walk away by itself, you know.
Right.
But the question was asked in those terms, and we
I see.
agreed that...
May I assume then, Mr. Porteau,
Portugal. Yes.
Porteau, that it is not or never has been alive?
No.
No. But it has moving parts?
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Moving parts.
Yeah, I would have to say yes.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
think we have moving parts.
And it would be outside more than it would be inside?
Yes.
Is there something pleasurable about it?
Yes.
Would one enjoy it at holiday time?
Yes.
No, I haven't got it. Is it used on land rather than on water?
Not necessarily.
It could be used on both, then?
Yes.
What's the matter, John?
Well, I'm in a dilemma. The question as you asked it received a negative answer because is it used on land rather than on water? And since it can be used in both media,
You'd
I
like to
think
give
you
me a
get a
no?
no. Don't you think so? That's three
No,
down.
I think I'm 50% right. Could you give me like a maybe?
You get a half a no. It's 2.5 down and 7.5 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Portugal, this product, would it be found in sporting goods stores, possibly?
No.
No?
Makes it 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Portugal, is there either light or noise associated with this product?
Yes.
Is it something that would be used on the 4th of July, like
Yes.
today? Is it a firecracker? Or a Roman
Fire-
candle?
yeah.
Fireworks in general?
That's right.
You have something to do with fireworks?
We did better than I thought we would. That's fine. Actually, Mr. Portugal makes fireworks, so we'll spill a few fireworks over it. He's vice president of the Illinois Fireworks Company in Danville. It's been in your family for how many generations?
7.
For 7 generations, the family's
Can we
been
have
making
sparklers
fireworks.
now?
Do we make
Sparklers?
them? We don't make them, no. They're available, though.
Oh, I thought that they were outlawed. Illegal.
No. A lot of states have them, and other states have them outlawed. Indiana, I know they're legal there.
I know I asked my husband for a sparkler. He didn't understand what I meant at all.
I think he probably did and took the
He said
next
they were
train.
illegal.
Actually, you're called a pyrotechnician. You handle these tremendous displays. They have them at the World's Fair every night. Do you have anything to do with the World's
No.
Fair? You don't have.
Mr. Portugal, have you ever been to Rapallo, Italy, where they have some wonderful fireworks
No,
on July 3rd every year?
My father came from Italy and is very familiar with
Oh,
Italian fireworks.
they pave the streets with pictures, and all of a sudden they go up in sparks. It's so exciting, and they do put them out on the water, too.
We lose a lot of people that way.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I think it was fine that we stuck them as long as we did. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment, but first, here is a word. And now the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which my friends are always blindfolded. As you know, the blindfolds in place panel?
Yes, sir.
Good. Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? All right. As you know, panel, in this case, a different form of questioning. One question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Steve Lawrence.
Would your name in the newspaper be found in the entertainment section?
Yes. Miss Francis?
Primarily because of your work in motion pictures?
No. 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Do you ever, in the course of your professional career, raise your voice in song?
Yes. Miss Kilgallen?
Do you also play a musical instrument?
Yes. Mr. Lawrence?
Yes?
I think yes.
Do you make recordings?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Are you at the present time playing in the Broadway Theater?
No.
2 down, a date to go, Mr. Cerf.
Is the instrument that you use in connection with your singing a piano?
No.
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is it a horn?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Lawrence.
What's left?
Violin.
He can't sing while he's...
Well, would you
Same
be
as
would
doing
you
both.
would you be considered a favorite with the record buying youngsters today?
Definitely, yes. Miss Francis?
That narrows it down to about 20,000 people.
Yeah. Are you therefore mostly known for rock and roll music?
No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Do you sport a beard?
No.
No?
No. That's 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Have you recently played the Copacabana?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Lawrence.
Have you recently played Basin Street?
Yes.
Miss Francis.
Oh. Hello there.
Is it Trini?
Yeah.
Lopez?
Actually, just finished at Basin Street East, but weren't you in St. Louis last weekend?
Yes,
I thought so. At that
big
wonderful,
benefit.
big Frank Sinatra and Trini Lopez and a lot of other folks gave a wonderful...
John, if I might get a plug in for Trini Lopez. I saw Trini opening night at Basin Street. Not only was the place jammed and you couldn't get anywhere near it, but Trini is probably one of the most exciting young performers today. I
Thank
think
you,
it has
Steve.
come along.
Thank you.
That's high praise. Well, let me just finish. He was in St. Louis a week ago today with Frank Sinatra and Harold Gibbons, and they had a big benefit for Father Dismas' house. You know, the halfway house for criminals who have come out of jail, gives them a chance to get settled, and if they get in trouble, they can come back. And I think that in their case, where the normal man getting out of jail is expected in 70% of the cases to be back in, at Father Dismas' halfway house, only 30% have gone back in. It's a great
Wonderful
group
cause,
of people.
Yes. Sure
And
was.
it's very nice of you to have been out there. And now, I also, reading the paper, you're going visiting overseas.
Yes, I'm doing a gala for Prince Rainier and Princess Grace in Monaco.
In Monaco,
Yes,
huh?
we'll be there August 6th.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
Yes.
actually, I think Miss Dorothy's going to Ireland this week, and you're
I'll
going
see
to
them
see
before
them.
you do, Trini, yeah.
So that,
Also a charity.
yeah.
Wonderful.
That's going to be for the Red Cross in Monaco.
Yes, in Monaco,
Red
yes.
Cross thing. Well,
And I might add that Steve is one of my favorite singers.
Oh.
Wonderful singer, Steve Lawrence. Yes.
well, now, I think that we can agree that both of you are absolutely right. Thank you, Trini. Nice of you to come and see us. Good to have you with us. Well, you've done very well tonight, panel, so congratulations are in order. We'll all be back after this work. And now we've had a great celebration of the 4th, and I would say, Steve, again, it was wonderful to have you here, and good night, Dorothy Kilgallen.
Good night, John. Good night. Come again, Steve.
Thank you, Dorothy. I will. Good luck in Holyoke with your new show.
Thank you
Nice
very
to see you,
much.
honey.
Do come after the 26th. Good night, Bennett.
Now, John, don't get swept away by that girl that was on the program tonight.
Score 1 for Bennett. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us on What's My Line.